So, Fat Man,
So sleazy.
what happens? Wait, where the fuck is Ryan?
Probably
I'm hiding.
smoking Canadian weed, trying to light the world on fire because he thinks every tree has to be smoked.
Well, I mean, let's talk more about that and some thing that happened in Detroit on
Oh,
the
me
wrestling
getting
show.
me getting a gun pointed in my head. We already told that story.
We will not talk about that on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
Oh my God! There's a goddamn mark. This is a fat man.
Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. Today, we have almost the core four, I would call us. Technically, are we the core? Would we be the core? No?
If we're the core, I'm Wade Barrett.
I call it score.
I'm not.
So, somebody who's useless and really didn't go anywhere in his life?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So, terrible. Today we have, as Fat Man alluded to, the man of 1,000 marks, Chip Willett is here with us.
Hello.
And of course, it is a even week, so we get custody of Ryan Williams today.
Oh, and he freezes.
Doesn't work.
Already Canadian internet.
It's a work. It's a work.
Hey yo.
That was just perfect. It just froze on you, just half cigarette in. It's just so beautiful. Oh, we're talking about SummerSlam today in Detroit. 59,000 fans of happiness.
But according to Meltzer, only 15,000 were there.
Well, I mean, the other 35 they wasn't talking about flew or is flying to All in Wembley Stadium.
No. The other 35,000 went to Greenville, South Carolina to watch another shitty promotion do absolutely nothing last night. But okay.
What was
We'll
the other
digress.
show? I actually don't know what was it?
Collision?
No, that's a weekly show. I thought you meant like a
No,
pay-per-view or something.
That's what I'm saying. Meltzer will
Fuck
say
me.
that there was like. So when WWE holds a dome show, Meltzer's always like, "Oh, they only sold 30,000 tickets out of 80."
First
And
of all,
then-
are we calling Ford Field a dome? Is it a dome?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
I didn't know it was a dome.
Not
Hey,
so- but it's a dome.
I don't know this shit. I don't watch football or baseball or any of that shit that would happen in big places like that. I also don't watch the product, but that's beside the point.
That's true. This is true.
Um,
So we already had one person talk in the chat. You know the deal on YouTube. Ronda versus Baszler was the greatest piss break match of all time, right?
Oh, we will
Get
get
to
to it. I can't wait to talk about that.
All right, so SummerSlam at Ford Field, where I got a gun pointed in my head last night. Not last night. I didn't get a point in my head last night, but
You don't
16
work in
years ago?
Rochester anymore.
16 years ago. Anyway, actually, I do work in Rochester.
Okay, you do, but not there. Where?
Okay.
Okay, stop being a fucking prick right now.
You the one brought it up, not me. I always got to prove how wrong you are. So did anyone watch the pre-show?
Hell no.
I don't recall.
I mean, I did because
No, we were playing Cards Against Humanity during the pre-show.
I had to watch Kayla because she's on the pre-show. There was no match on the pre-show. SummerSlam opens up with sleazy favorite wrestler of all time, Logan Paul, versus Ricochet.
Ricky O'Shea.
Pretty Ricky.
18 minutes. John Canton gave this 3 3/4. I want to start with Ryan because I missed his fat fuck ass.
Let's start off with Ron Kid Dog.
Okay.
I know Logan Paul. I've read everybody is like it's a win that Logan Paul's finally won because he hasn't won since last SummerSlam. But like Ron Kid Dog, Ricochet's on staying back, and I'll give it. It happened yesterday. Ross tomorrow. There might be something with Ricochet. My opinion now is that Ricochet should have went over, but the finish to the match made Ricochet look strong enough for me not to hate anything else of the match.
I'll wait for you. He was too busy,
Sleazy. Go ahead.
with a huge fucking dick in his mouth. My notes. I actually got notes.
Hey, you do not want to see my vinegar strokes, okay?
Okay, fair. You got me there.
I've already saw Ryan's. You don't want to see mine.
That's just weird, but I love
Only Ryan would know that reference.
it. Two things. Number one, Ryan, I do disagree with you, but I'll say why later. Notes for the match. I saw a twinkle in Samantha and Irwin's eyes. You just make up stuff up, don't you? Maybe. That was probably the greatest moment of commentary the entire night. Paying tribute to Hulk Hogan by beating up on a black man. Are you trying to pop Ryan at this point? The double Spanish fly spot was really cool, even though it was a little messy to the outside. But I'm going to say the buckshot lariat to the outside was phenomenal. Love that. I do have some minor nitpicks in the match. Logan Paul getting up first after the top rope neckbreaker spot. But I love the finish. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of the Gaga and shit like that, but this was absolutely perfect. Logan gets a shit win, but he gets a win, and Ricochet still looks strong, even though he did get defeated there. Also, shout out to William Regal, a real man's man. 4 stars.
Same rating, piece of shit. Yeah, 4-star. It got pretty much my notes. It was the right choice for an opener to get the crowd going. Paul gets the win. He gets heat on him for the way he won, and Ricochet doesn't look bad in defeat. I mean, yeah.
If you were going to have the Maverick win that match, this is the way to do it. Again, everything you all said, 4 stars. The buckshot lariat, it blew my mind when he did that outside from the top rope, from the inside the ring to the bottom of the floor. It looked like the mark was missed, but the effort that was put into the move was fucking phenomenal.
Did the mark just say the mark was missed?
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
And the double Spanish fly was pretty intense. But again, it takes nothing away from Ricky O'Shea. He still looks strong. And then Logan gets his win. It was a really good opener for a match too. I mean, it was definitely a heater to start it off. And as soon as I heard it, I'm like, oh, we're gonna start it off this way. I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this. And it proved to be a great match.
Okay. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar in the dead spot?
Yes.
17 minutes and 35 seconds. This match went way longer than I thought it would have. Canton gave this 4 and 4.25. Okay, go ahead.
So there was the drinking game was any minute after the first and 5 minutes that you take a drink. And we were counting down as we were watching the match. And no one expected it to go that long, especially as we were drinking along with the game show. But it was definitely it was good to see Cody get his win. Are they done with this feud now? Is the question.
Yes.
I would hope so because I don't know where else they can go because they
Saudi. A Saudi or an India show is the only place that you're going to see them fight again as a big time match. But
yeah, but I'm saying like here in America, they're done with that feud.
Yeah, this is done.
Yeah, which I'm okay with.
Especially the post match.
Especially now that he got that win. Oh, that was interesting. Good to see, but interesting. But Cody got as much needed win out of that series. So, oh, I'm sorry. 3 3/4.
3 3/4.
I want to hear Sleazy's take on it.
I just saw the.
Yeah, Cody doesn't get disqualified for using the steel steps. I was going to bring that up.
If you remember playing WWF No Mercy for the Nintendo 64, you could hit them on the outside of the ring with a weapon, not get disqualified. So it was a throwback to WWF No Mercy on the Nintendo 64.
I'm sure that's beautiful.
That was their logic.
That was my logic, anyways. I told you.
Positive that was their logic. Positive. Okay. Lesnar going in the dead spot. Ha ha ha. The count out spot where he keeps throwing it back out. Fucking hated that. That would have worked if it was their first match, but this is match number 3. That spot does not need to be here. And they spent too long with it too. Like they did it 5 fucking times. Sexy Lesnar is sexy. Him ripping his shorts out was just wow. Okay. Hated the finish as well. Basically they work up to, oh, I guess I'm going to hit my finisher 3 times and win. Why the fuck not? Hate the finish. Also hated the post match. I didn't like Lesnar basically give him the Iggy to him and calling it a night. 1.5 stars.
Wow.
I literally said to Irene, Sleazy's gonna hate this match. Mm-hmm. I was a little
and too
bit
long.
more
too fucking long. 14 minutes too long.
Okay, there was other matches on this show that should have easily got cut, but we'll get to that. I did not like the count-out spot either. I agree with you. I didn't like it, especially when he hits an F5 on the floor. Cody pretty much no-sells it. Hits an F5 through a cable. Cody pretty much no-sells it. Mm-hmm. He puts Cody in the Kimura. Cody passes out even though he has a brace on his arm, but he's perfectly fine without a brace. Okay, cool. There were some very Nick Pity stuff in that. The post... And then, the fuck you'll finish. I'm going to beat you with mine. Yeah. Cody not getting disqualified. Or Lesnar not getting disqualified, but through putting Cody through the announce table. Cody not using the steps. And literally letting just Cody ram Lesnar into the exposed turnbuckle right from the referee. Yeah. I originally gave it 3.5. Rewatched it today. The Mike Sanders.
Overrating piece of shit.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it 3 because I think it was their best match out of the 3. And I think their best match out of the game was 2 3/4. So I will give it 3. But it was very... Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what Ryan says about this.
Ryan's going to love it.
I fucking love this match.
Yeah.
How could you not love this match? This was a WWE style main event in the dead spot, you'll call it. Like, because this is the second match in the card, normally the dead spot. But it was perfect storytelling. This whole feud's been great. They haven't had a bad match-ish, because the second one finish is kind of... I know the second one's the finish is debated on good or bad. But, like, I've enjoyed the whole feud. Cody, 1,000% looks like a man that can dethrone Roman Reigns now.
I will agree with that.
Yes. Here's the thing. Oh, go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry.
No, it was just that they needed that Lesnar thing at the end of the match. Like, that wasn't just, I think more needs to be read into that. Of that's where you like his man beat the fucking streak. You just had Cody beat him and Lesnar basically give him the torch. We'll call it. Like Cody's the
Apparently-
fucking man.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Apparently, that was improvised by Lesnar.
Yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly.
You think Lesnar's going back to the UFC?
No. That man is comfortable. He only comes back because he likes to wrestle. And as soon as he no longer likes to wrestle, he'll be back on his farm and he'll be there for a year.
Yep.
So I brought this up to myself. And I'm thinking,
You have no friends, sir.
I really don't. I was thinking, I'm like, wouldn't the better story of Lesnar winning here and Cody even overcoming more odds to get built up? Either way works. Either way, in my opinion, there's no wrong way you could have done that.
On this and had David beat Goliath.
I mean, technically he's beaten him once.
Yeah. So, but
But he took the great.
He beat him the same way that he's going to beat Roman.
okay.
Oh, shit balls.
Slim Jim SummerSlam Battle Royal.
Yeah.
11 minutes, 35 seconds. Kent gave this 3 stars. Sleazy, you love sponsorship in matches. Oh, by the way, Slim Jim is now
Promo.
no, paid the most money of any sponsor in WWE history.
Yeah.
So,
Did they really?
Yes.
yes.
Well, you also have to include all the shit they did with Macho, too.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of money, too, even back then.
No, right. No, I'm saying they just signed a new deal.
Right. I'm just saying that over the course of the years of WWF/WWE and Slim Jim, they've always been together, and they've spent a
WCW.
lot of WCW too, but that's because they followed Macho.
Yeah, but Slim Jim, they signed a deal through SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. They're paying WWE a shit ton of money.
Okay, so I'm going to remember how I said when we originally talked about the sponsorship deals and shit like that in WrestleMania, I was afraid that was going to become more the norm. It looks like they've pulled back a bit, and this is okay. What they're doing now is okay. I'm okay with this.
Using the banners?
Yeah,
or
the
using
banners.
the LED boards?
Yeah, that's fine because a normal sporting thing, that's pretty much fine. Having fucking mascots out there and shit, no, that's pushing it. Obviously the Battle Royal was meant to start a bunch of new feuds, and I think it accomplished the goal of that. It gives LA Knight a win that means absolutely nothing. But yeah, look at these jobbers. I mean,
Yeah, because Ryan.
Jobbers. It's like the cream of the crap of the mid card, man. Leave it alone.
right?
Well,
It's a who's who of former U.S. and Intercontinental champions.
I need you to go take the list now. I need you to go look at all 25 names and tell me how many are actually former world champions.
7, I think.
So 1/3 the field former world champions. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
And then Omos.
I'm guesstimating on that too. I know obviously Miz, Styles.
Here we go.
Please.
Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Put it over, man. It's just
Sheamus.
okay, Shamo, that's one.
AJ.
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 Yep.
Miz.
Miz. Yep.
That's it.
That's it? There's only 3
Wow.
out of 25?
Champ-
Fuck your
World
mid card.
Well, NXT champions, you had Nakamura and Ciampa.
And Karrion Kross.
And Karrion Kross. Yeah. So that's 6 if you're including the NXT championship.
And you have the United States champion in there in Austin Theory.
Yeah, because he's not doing anything else.
Did you see in the press conference? Fucking, who was it? Bill Apter. Triple H actually said, "Oh, hey Bill, how you doing?" Bill's like, "Why the hell was Austin Theory in the Battle Royal?" And Triple H says, "Probably because he was wanted to win the Battle Royal."
Because why? Who the fuck knows? He wasn't getting booked anyway.
Truth.
Well, it's all like,
at least he set up the ring nice. I didn't even pop Ryan with that? God damn it. I would have thought at least I popped Ryan for that one.
Anyway, Sleazy, what'd you rate it?
Oh, 2 stars. It was a battle royal. Whatever.
I gave it 3. It was better than I thought it would. Ken gave it 3 also. Chip?
3. I mean, it was good to see LA Knight get the win and hopefully start his push or continue his push or whatever it's going to be. I mean, it's just like, when I heard they were having a SummerSlam Battle Royal, I'm like, this isn't the Royal Rumble. This isn't the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. This is like putting a tournament in the beginning of an NBA season.
Wow.
Hey, now.
That's a hot take.
Hold your phone. Hold the phone.
No, he's got it on a stand. It's fine.
Because NBA is actually doing that. That's why I'm like, hold the phone.
I know.
Yeah, that's why.
I actually, that's one of the few sports things I know.
It was.
I thought it was interesting.
It seemed like to me, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, this is like watching the damn NBA tournament that's going to happen at the beginning of the NBA season. There's no payoff, no wins, no one gets anything. You just have a victory.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Take care of my light work.
Oh, fuck you.
I mean, take care of your leg work.
My light work. Chip being a fucking mark. Take care of him.
I love when Chip is a mark. I think Chip should stand up to you more, first off. Chip has that pure mark soul that wrestling fans need and want. First off. Second off, I love the Battle Royal. There was plenty of wicked spots in that whole Battle Royal for me. So, and LA Knight, yeah, because Corey Graves says you legally have to say yeah after you say his name, was the absolute right winner. The only thing I would have changed was they pushed Sheamus so much in the build-up to this. Sheamus should have been more eliminations. Sheamus should have had what Omos had, was more eliminations, look stronger.
Okay. Yep.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, at least one person on this show actually worked with the winner of this match. So, yeah, okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
MMA rules. Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. John Canton gave this 2 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
What a fucking mess. Obviously, the only reason why this match is even happening in the first place is because Ronda's out, okay? And she wanted to put somebody over on the way out. Great. At least she's got a semblance of dignity in the locker room to be putting somebody else on the way out. Shayna Baszler deserves so much better than this. She really does. This was a fucking mess from moment one. There's so many terrible spots in it. No one cared in the arena. This was the beginning of the silence that was SummerSlam 2023. There were so many matches from, I want to say from here till almost the triple threat, where there really nobody cared. Match was boring. I guess they succeeded in putting Shayna over, but whatever. I gave it 1 star, and I think I was being generous.
You overrating piece of shit. For one, you're
fair.
Totally wrong on the crowd because you have ears. Not for this match.
Are you
for
fucking
the later
kidding me?
matches? You're telling me that they didn't chant "This is awesome" doing Gunther and fucking Drew McIntyre?
Oh,
They did.
Yeah,
and then they fucking popped hardcore for the world title match. So fuck you. And then then the other women's match we'll get to here in a little bit. But no, this match they fucking didn't care. I'm disagreeing with you on the other two the matches after.
That's fair, but
This match, no, the crowd didn't fucking care. So how is Baszler's arm so damaged that she can't continue, but yet she puts on the Karafuda clutch 5 seconds later? It's perfectly fine.
Adrenaline.
Fuck you. I don't buy that. It's stupid. It's a dumb spot. It's dumb. Terrible. Absolutely, just terrible. Yeah, half a star. John, if Sleazy's don't repeat shit at 1 star, I'm sorry, John, but that's this is fucking worst match of the night in the fucking walk.
disagree.
Right,
So, I'm the MMA enthusiast here.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't meant to be a wrestling match. There was nothing meant to be wrestling loved about it.
And that, I think, is a problem.
Well, then
You have an MMA rules match on a wrestling show.
then
No
it's a
one
problem.
cared.
Then it's a
No
problem.
one
But
cared.
MMA standpoint, it did what it was supposed to do. MMA matches for an undercard match, an MMA match goes 15 minutes. You have 3 rounds of 5 minutes. It went 7 minutes, so it went well into the second round. It was MMA. It wasn't wrestling. There were body shots. There were submission attempts. I loved the match. I give it 3 stars. And yes,
Overrated piece of fucking shit.
it did not tell a story wrestling wise, but it did put Baszler over from what Baszler wanted from the beginning, turning on Ronda, and now Ronda's going to go back to UFC, and then Amanda Nunes is retired. That's all it was doing. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I loved the match, and I thought it was MMA wise, it was a great match.
You know what I think about Ronda Rousey?
He jerks off to her, which is weird because she's ugly. Ryan.
I said in the chat that this was a great pay-per-view outside of 2 matches. This was kind of one of them. And it was just a weird match to have here. Could have done it on Payback. Let her build it out a couple more weeks. But it was
It was rushed. The feud was
built
rushed.
weird because Ronda... Yeah.
Intercontinental Championship. Walter defends against Drew McIntyre. 17 minutes and 40. Nope, I'm sorry. 13 minutes. 13 minutes and 40 seconds. John Kent gave us 3 3/4. This was the most disappointing match of the night.
Disagree. This is a great match.
It was a really good. I gave it 3.5. It was really good. This should have been way better than it was. Still great, or still very good. Still very watchable. Still very, very good. It's just I think my expectations were up here, and it ended up being down here. So I guess that's on me because I was expecting way more, but. Ryan.
I think you're wrong. This match was great on all angles.
I'm never wrong. But okay.
I feel like this should have happened at Mania, but they didn't know where they were going. This is what was going to happen at Mania, where they didn't know where Drew was going, where Drew left after Mania. Sheamus was thrown in there as just to get off, like to do it the right way on the feud, I'd call it. But it's just be prepared. Gunther's beating Honky Tonk Man. Great zone.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
100%.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Sleazy.
I agree with one of you. And take this as you will, but I agree with Fat Man. Right down to the same star rating, 3.5. It was hard hitting, like all their matches are, but it just felt like they didn't have the spark. I know that sounds strange, but it just felt like that there was something missing. There was no heart in the match. I don't know. Technically speaking, it was a good match, but it just didn't feel good. The finish was nice, but really, I don't know. I did laugh at the fly landing on Walter while they were doing I think he was sitting, resting, trying to get up for another spot, and a fly just lands on his face for a second. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I agree with Fat Man, so that must mean we're both wrong.
Uh,
We're right because you agree with me. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm never right.
That is a quandary.
Yeah, so you're fucked.
That
Sir.
is a quandary. You're never right. How about this? I'm right and you agreed with me, therefore you're not right. You just agreed with my opinion, which is the same opinion, therefore you're not right. You just agreed with the right opinion. Chip.
All right, I love you.
I love you too.
Aww, Chip.
It was. I'm gonna agree with the two of you. 3.5, and I expected a lot more. I mean, and it had the potential to be one of the top matches of the night, and it did fall short. I love hard hitting because that's what I love. The strong style matches, style matches. Okay. Anyways, but it fell short for me. I think it could have been better, and I expect the next one to be better because they're going to go back at it again.
Okay, so I want to bring this up while we're here. Who takes the title off of Gunther?
It's a really good question.
Because everyone talks about who's going to take it off of Roman. We really don't talk about who's going to take it off of Gunther. And I'm interested to hear what your guys' opinion on this.
Braun Breaker.
You think it's Braun?
I think Braun Breaker.
Braun's a good option. I like Braun as an option. You know who would else be a good option?
L.A. Knight. Yeah.
No. Dragunov.
But they said there's no sign of him coming up anytime soon.
So? Plans change, bro.
Plans change, bro.
I thought his plans changed, pal.
Well, I was going full Vince Russo on that, so.
My head hurts now.
You're welcome.
You said Vince Russo.
In the chat, tell us if you're listening and following along with us. Let us know who you think should take the title off of Gunther.
World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins defends against Finn Balor. 18 minutes and 30 seconds. Canton gave this 4.5. Match of the night. Not even close. Fucking love the callbacks from 7 years ago. Love the Damian Priest interaction. It furthers that whole Judgment Day thing. I would have bet the family farm that Balor, after 7 years, finally gets his revenge on Rollins, and then Priest cashes in on him. To have that short title reign to an even shorter one was what I thought they were going to do there. But they didn't. I agree with Ken. 4.5 stars. Absolutely fantastic match. Chip.
I think this is the second best storyline going on right now. Beyond the Bloodline, definitely match of the night. 4.5 as well. The callbacks were really cool, especially with the repeated buckle bombs.
Mm-hmm. That Balor didn't fuck up this time.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
Ryan.
Fucking Finn should have won, and Priest should have cashed in. It should have happened. Okay, it should have fucking happened. I'm mad it didn't. Great fucking match. Boys always do good. I never had seen a bad match between them, but this was the time. I get why it wasn't the time for 2 cash-ins in one night. Spoiler alert, but
I mean, it would have made it unique that it's never been done before. So, but yeah, I think that was the better story, but sleazy.
Okay, so I thought they were going to pull the trigger on Finn. I really did. Love the Gaga at the end because you're absolutely right. It made sense of the story. And there was a lot of little things, like every single piece of everything that Damian did was to help Finn completely and utterly. But if you look at it from Finn's perspective, it wouldn't necessarily look like that. It's beautiful storytelling in that respect. I would have, and maybe I'm just the weirdo in the room. Shocker. I would have just had Finn win, and then Damian tease it, but not actually do it. I think Seth is a good champion for the World Heavyweight Champion, but he's a failable champion enough that this doesn't look like, oh my God, he lost the belt in the first big match that he had. I think that Finn's a great challenger, and I hope that we get this one more time at least.
Plus, you have this, if Rollins loses the belt, he's going to go after Roman.
They're on different shows.
They're on different shows, yeah. I don't think they would... We'll talk about that later, I think. But I believe that Rollins would still bounce around the top card of Raw for a while still.
Could he take it off of Gunther?
That's a possibility, too. I mean, I'm not saying it isn't. Yeah. So we have somebody in the chat here. Finn goes face and leaves the Judgment Day, and then they do a ladder match for the briefcase. I don't think that's...
Yeah, I don't see that.
I don't want them to do that anyway, because it hasn't been the first time they've taken a briefcase off of somebody who's got a high trajectory. And honestly, they've put a lot of faith in Priest over the past year that I highly doubt that he's not going to be the one to cash it in. Whether or not he wins it's a whole nother situation, but I do believe he's going to be the one that cashes it in. And breaking up the Judgment Day with him still holding on to it, I don't think is the right call, personally.
No. What'd you rate it, Slizzy?
Oh, I gave it 4. It was match of the night, but it was a lot closer to... I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. It was a lot closer to the Logan Paul Ricochet match on the same card. But it was like just a little bit better, in my opinion. I know you're going to go to the next match, but I do want to talk about the Mike's Hard Lemonade promo, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Fucking hilarious. Absolutely one of the best fucking sponsorship promos I've seen in the last 5 years, without question. Fucking stupid, ridiculous, hilarious. Loved it. Keep doing it, please.
Yo, Dogger, who'd you like triple threat matches?
I do not!
Triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. Some Asian defends against
Fuck
Charlotte
you.
Flair and
Fuck you.
Bianca Belair.
Motherfucker
20
lost.
minutes and
God.
45 seconds. Canton gave this 3 1/4. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
You're making me not want to be one here. What the fuck was this? First of all, let's start with the roll-up bit. In the middle of a figure 4, she rolls up Asuka. How can you God damn it. Can you find a worse way for Asuka to lose here? Really? Fuck you guys. Seriously. Once again, you could hear a fucking pin drop in the goddamn place. There were times where Asuka was trying to pump the crowd. Bianca was trying to get the crowd into shit. Even Charlotte was trying to do it too. Just no one gave a flying fuck on this match. The spot where they stacked, where Charlotte stacked up Asuka and Bianca in the corner, and then visibly goes right to the ref and say, "Can you help me with my fucking gear?"
Yep.
It was fucking hilarious. Asuka, being the pro that she is, sees that it's happening and tries to work Bianca in the corner, trying to get time off of that. That's great. The moonsault spots and the DDT from the top rope, absolute garbage. Made both Charlotte and Bianca look weak. There were a couple of triple threat spots that were pretty okay. The 450 spot after she hurt her knee and got all the way up there after she got stretchered, so fucking long. just way too fucking long to set that up. It was the biggest pop of the match was her being carted away, in my opinion, up to the post match. But I assume we'll talk about that separately. But the match itself, absolutely garbage, half star. It was even worse than the fucking submission match. And I can't believe I'm rating an Asuka match in slow, but it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I introverted yours. I gave this the 1 star. Yeah, this was bad. Like,
there's 3 people in there that are top tier performers. Why was this so fucking bad?
Because I've said this before about matches. It seemed like all 3 of them were wrestling 3 different matches.
Because they were.
Yeah.
It just they just didn't click. It's like they went out there they're like, okay, how much time we got? 21 minutes. It was like a fucking indie show. You got 21 minutes. Go out there. 21 minutes. Bianca, you go over. EO, you're going to cash in right after. Figure it out. It felt like I got called in the ring, and no one knew what the fuck was going on.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it did get called in the ring.
It was just really bad. Ryan hates this. The finish was dumb.
How was the finish dumb?
You have eyes. It was dumb.
The mist caused Charlotte to let go. Bianca used her adrenaline and her wits to cheat out.
No.
Sleazy's looking dumbfounded.
What the fuck are you watching? Some idiot tripped over and she went, oh, I guess I'll push you over and hold you there for 3 seconds. Fucking dumb. Obviously, it was...
Bianca was on the wrong knee at one point, too, and...
Yeah.
I noticed that.
The spot that got her stretchered was fun. Because you didn't see it at all.
Which was, I think, the point.
Yeah, because obviously they're trying to get over the fact that she was... And then fucking commentary kind of blows it apart, too. Saying, oh, I think she hit her head on the fucking thing, and that caused her to lip out, and that could have been actually worse, and blah, 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 blah. They're trying to sell the fact that she didn't hit it. But
yeah, like
nobody knew she didn't hit it. Let it go.
Right. And then, again, another reason why it was dumb was her limping back and then climbing up to the top rope, standing there for like 30 seconds, and then hitting a 450 with a bad knee.
I want to point out, I went back and actually timed it because I thought it was such a stupid spot. It took her 52 seconds from the moment that Charlotte starts the move to her actually getting the 450 out. 52 seconds. What are you guys fucking doing? Goddamn, pal.
Bianca has to wait to make sure her knee is fine, and Charlotte's not going to break it. She sees what's happening, but she's going to try to make her tap out before she gets hit.
I'm not suspending disbelief on that. Sorry.
Ryan!
I get what you're doing. I understand it. No.
I thought this match was better than the other women's match that happened before it. But in terms of this was
Cool.
It stinks.
No, but it was this is the poo emoji for Deets for him being commenting but not being live. But what I mean is just whatever bad taste was left in my mouth in this match in the 3-way, I don't see it like that no more because of what happened immediately after. Mm-hmm. So like it was all one match to me. So to me the 3-way was kind of that could have been better, but the cash-in made it. I got rose-colored glasses on the match because of the cash-in because it was all into one.
It's fair.
Right. Yeah. Bianca hurt the knee, rolled up one. Somebody pointed out that Bianca has the longest title reign and the shortest title reign of the for the women in the modern era. 400 something days and then 95 seconds. But EO cashing in was great. Sleazy came $1 billion after he, his little wood got deflated. It got,
Reflated pretty quickly, so
reflated pretty quickly.
that's a testament to you, Sleazy.
Deep said cash in made that match tolerable. No, it didn't.
It did not.
No one's gonna remember the match, which is good.
I'm glad for that.
Yeah. So it was like they didn't really. So it was like they did. Like, there's another thing too. They didn't care what was going on in the match. You know what I mean?
Do you think?
Because
okay, and let me bring this up now because I think this is a good time to bring this up. The EO cash-in was the moment. Okay.
yes,
Nobody here is going to disagree with that, right?
yep.
Having Bayley come down with her, cash in with her, make sure that she got the title. Fucking beautiful. I came 500 times. Okay.
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai showed up, and it was Damage Control 1 year later with now, or 2 years later? 1 year later.
1 year.
1 year.
Debuting to, we now have a new women's world champion.
Still a 1-star better than Gable Steveson.
Also true. That's a separate. God, that was so bad. We had to watch that live, fucker. Here's my thing. I wonder if Becky sabotaged both matches.
Becky?
Yes, and I say
Becky
that,
Lynch.
yes, not in the way you think. I'm not
Who's on the other show?
no.
Sabotage both matches.
Listen. There's a reason why I'm saying this, and it has nothing to do with the actual matches themselves. As most people know, Becky versus Trish was a thing that was supposed to happen on this show, and apparently it got cut. And Becky bitched about it online. Now, both the matches were terrible, and I don't think anything was going to stop them being terrible. But the reason why the crowd was so quiet, I believe, is what the sabotage was. I believe people were intentionally not being into the match because of it. And Becky's got such a following that could potentially been a factor in that.
I don't buy it.
I'm not saying it's the case.
For the Rousey Baszler match, they just rushed the build and no one really cared. And it was an MMA rules match in a WWE. There was multiple factors into that. The triple threat match, they popped for the entrances. The match was just garbage. It was just a trash match that they did pop for the 450. Deet said spot fucking on. You're wrong though. But they popped for the moves that they were supposed to pop for, but the match built around it. And again,
they didn't though. I disagree with that because a lot of the spots where they would normally pop, they didn't. Like the first time that Charlotte did the figure 8, they didn't pop for that. Well, you can add all you want.
You're not wrong,
but that's kind of my point, though.
But I don't think Becky had anything to do with that.
I'm suggesting that her bitching about the fact that she didn't get on the card caused some fan mindsets to change about the other two matches. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Becky 2018, 2019, yes. Becky now, no.
I have a problem with her bitching about it, personally. If it's going to get cut, it's going to get cut. Sorry. But
the show was still over 4 fucking hours long.
They could have cut other things. They could have easily put the Becky Trish match in here. Let's be honest. They could have
cut this match by 10 fucking minutes.
They could have cut 12 minutes off fucking Cody Lesnar.
I mean, Logan Paul Ricochet was 18. And Tribal Combat for the WWE Universal Championship. Roman
Okay,
Reigns
so-
defends against Jey Uso.
I was watching.
36 minutes and 5 seconds.
You're underselling this, okay? Because I watched this after the fact, okay? I didn't watch this live. I watched it this morning. The beginning of the promo to start the finale was an hour before the finish of the match when they went off.
I was going to bring that up.
Entire hour. 60 goddamn minutes.
I was going to bring that up.
Okay, well, I did anyway, so fuck you.
This match started at 11:15. Oh, wait. You can still got to talk about the women's match. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, hold
My
up, wait, no, sell the
My
shit out
bad.
of me. Why don't you?
Just give it a 1-star and we'll move on.
Actually, yeah, I was going to. And to me, but I want to voice my opinion on it as well. To me, it seems like lately the women's matches are very disjointed. There's no cohesion. There's no chemistry in the ring. They're sloppy. They make no sense. And yeah, I love the EO cash in, but it's just lately, and I'm saying like the past year and a half, it just seems like there's been nothing. No flow, no chemistry, no storytelling, no nothing.
There have been some Asuka matches that have been pretty good, but they haven't been on pay-per-view. The matches that have been good
Io versus Bianca
versus
Rhea versus Charlotte. And
Okay, Rhea versus Charlotte is different. That was the one.
Io
that,
versus Bianca. I don't.
I'm just finding no interest in the women's wrestling anymore. It's just not hitting with me at all.
I will say that
it
their
seems very
stories are
disjointed. It seems very disjointed to me.
their stories have been flat.
well, as long
I
as
will
you
agree
know
with that.
Rhea's, working with the women and such.
Hey, wait hey, I see what you did there. Ken gave the Tribal Combat match 4 stars. Chip, I'll start with you before I forget you again.
It wasn't match of the night, but it was a good match. I give it 4 stars. I wanted more of it. I wanted more from it. There can be more from it. The whole Jay thing. I mean, to me, it's like they're solidifying main event Jey Uso. Now that Jimmy came back and turned on Jay. So
Spoiler,
it's like
dude.
well, we are reviewing the match. But I expected more from it. So, but still a good match. I mean, you got 2 great wrestlers in it.
So I went to my girlfriend and I said, I don't think Solo's gonna turn. Either they're gonna debut someone new, or Jimmy's gonna turn on Jay. And then I look over and she's snoring. I'm like, sweet, because that's how late this match started. And
It did. I had to go back and watch it because I literally passed out before it happened.
Well, it's because you were drinking the whole goddamn night.
Yeah.
This
There's 12
was more,
extra minutes on the Lesnar match. Fuck y'all.
This was more about story than the actual match.
Which I could see.
So it was a good match. I gave it 3 stars. It was too damn long. So, and it was, again, it was more about the story than the match. Just 3 stars, good, built the story, interesting to see where it goes. I'm sick and tired of people on the internet saying, oh, the Jimmy turn made no sense. Well, if you watch the goddamn product,
It makes total sense.
it makes sense. Ryan?
I'm trying to think of something for me that wouldn't call this a 5-star match.
Oh?
And I can't because the story was there. If you watch the product, everything they've done over the past 3 years has all been intertwined. Like 3 years of constant building has led to this. And when you think it's finally the turn, Jimmy comes and turns. Like, once again, it's another twist and plot in the bloodline that's going to keep going and going. And, like, this storyline can do no wrong. And I think it helped us. And, like, again, I am one of the biggest marks, I'll call it, because I suspend disbelief all the time. And when I saw Jimmy, I was just like, oh, fuck. I figured somebody was coming in. And then it came out, and it was the person in the black. I was like, okay. And it comes off, and it's Jimmy, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck, that happened. Oh, now I got to wait till SmackDown and make me wanting to watch SmackDown and be like, what the fuck? Right?
So WWE did their job.
Yeah.
Like, no, and, like, Roman said to Jay, you're responsible for what Jimmy does after this. So if you watch the product, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
And Paul's saying how it's all Jay's fault.
Yeah. Heyman said that this storyline's in the, quote, third inning. So.
Third inning. Holy
so we got 6 more years of this shit, guys.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
I think they're going to do one more.
Yeah, they'll do
maybe
one
2.
more. Yeah.
Before Mania.
Sleazy, go ahead.
I actually gave it the same rating as you to start.
3?
3 stars. I think this was the first time from a storyline perspective they missed. I get why they did it. I just didn't like it. The match was way too long. 36 goddamn minutes. I was already like, holy goddamn.
And you watched it this morning.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it live.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not sure how well I would have felt if I'd watched this live. I would have rated it lower, honestly, because it was just so fucking long.
Here was my day. This ended around little after midnight. Then I couldn't sleep, and I woke up and watched the Women's World Cup.
Wow.
So
I messaged Fat Man because I didn't get home till like 10. It was like 9:30, 10. And I was hoping it was going to be over because I thought it started at 7. It did not. It started at 8. I'm like, oh, god damn it. Is there any matches? He's like, no, there's just 2 matches left. Fuck me. God damn it.
Yeah, he messaged me. I think it was like
9:30, quarter to 10.
Yeah, it was like 9.
Might have been 9:30.
Like that.
Yeah, it was something like that.
No, it wasn't like 9:30 because you still had 2 matches. Well, maybe. And you're all like, is the main event on? And I went, the entrances to the triple threat match is on now. You got this match and the next one. He's like, fuck, I'm watching in the morning then.
Yeah. But yeah, there are a lot of okay to cool spots in the match. Here's my problem. You had Roman basically dead at the end of it. Spear, splash, Jimmy pulls him out. He gets super kicked. Roman decides to wake up and spear him through the table. Cool, whatever. Where do you go from here? At this point, where do you really go from here?
Ryan, what are those 3 words that we like to tell Sleazy?
Yeah, you'll watch the product. Yeah, I get it. So you're doing Jay versus Jimmy, right? Right? With payback? Because it's payback, right?
No.
Because they got to get payback. Am I wrong?
It ends like what it should end. What should have happened this year, but because of filming, they couldn't. It should have been Rock and Roman.
Well, I think that's happening in Philly, I think.
No, it's not.
It's not going to?
I don't think so.
I don't think they're going to do fucking Cody and Roman again.
They might not.
But that doesn't end the Bloodline storyline, though.
No, yeah. See, that doesn't. Yeah, that may end Cody's. That may end Cody's story, but it doesn't end the end game is Roman Rock. Well, do I think it's going to happen in Philadelphia? No.
You think it's going to happen without the title?
If it was going to happen in Philadelphia, Rock would have made his debut last night. Amid this actor strike they have going on right now, this would have been a perfect time.
That's an interest. Actually, you have a good point there. I think that if the actor strike continues on till the Rumble, which it could, you're going to see Rock and Roman in Philly.
Nope.
I think you could, because he's not going to go back on set after that. You could say nope all you want, but
The Rock is so much money, dude. He don't need to do that now.
Yeah,
if he wants to do it, sure. I don't think he wants to do it now. I think that's the thing.
Where's the next WrestleMania at?
Philadelphia.
After that.
No clue. There's a rumor it's in Minneapolis, but that's just a rumor.
So they can induct Sheldon and Lesnar and
that's the only reason they're doing it. The only reason.
Like, who the fuck goes to Minnesota otherwise?
And what, 20? Didn't they say 27's in Tennessee or something?
Whenever they build the new stadium's done.
Yeah.
And they'll probably want another big event there first, because WWE wanted the Super Bowl in LA first to see how they handle a big event.
Gotcha.
WWE does it, so we'll see.
3 years from now, London.
It's gonna be in London soon, yeah. But I don't think it's gonna be in Philadelphia.
I'm saying don't discount it. I'm not saying it's absolutely happening.
I'm discounting it because I just want to be an asshole.
Well, yeah. Shocker! Holy shit! Fat Man being contrarian? No, not on this show.
Always right, though. Always right. I do have news and rumors, so let's get
into it.
Our overall thoughts on SummerSlam. It was a really good show besides the 2 women's matches.
Fantastic show besides the 2 women's matches.
I thought it was a decent show, 6 out of 10.
I think it was a good show with one of the, and including one of the women's matches, fuckers.
Fucking Mark. All right.
To news and rumors.
Second quarter 2023 highlights. Revenue was $410.3 million, an increase of 25%, and a quarterly record. Operating income was $87.3 million, an increase of 26%, and adjusted EBITDA was $140.7 million, an increase of 54%, and also a quarterly record. Returned $9.8 million of capital to shareholders with dividends. Viewership for SmackDown up 26%, Raw up 19%.
Okay.
Significantly outperforming overall broadcast and cable television, which have both declined 12%.
Which is kind of, I mean, that's the trend across all television.
No, yeah, broadcast and cable television. Declining's down 12%, but Raw and SmackDown ratings are up.
Yeah.
WrestleMania Backlash Night of Champions.
It's because of Ryan, by the way, ready to watch SmackDown after SummerSlam.
Right.
Yep. Set global unique records for year-over-year increases of WrestleMania was up 29%, Backlash up 34%, and Night of Champions up 45%. This, Money in the Bank was the highest grossing arena event in company history.
Money in the Bank was?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, this isn't part of their third quarter highlights, but Triple H said in the press conference that SummerSlam was the highest grossing WWE event that was not a WrestleMania.
So they just stole their own record again. So it was Money in the Bank, and now
that was the highest grossing arena event.
Oh, okay.
And
what was the highest grossing non-arena event?
WrestleManias, because they're in stadiums.
Oh, okay. I see that.
Get it? And then, but SummerSlam...
I didn't get it at first, but now...
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And SummerSlam is now the highest grossing WWE event in history that's not a WrestleMania.
That kind of makes sense. They spend so much money on that, and they're in a building that hosted a WrestleMania.
Yeah. This is the last part of the quarterly highlights I want to talk to, which is very interesting to me. Live event revenue increased 51% year over year. Mm-hmm. North American live event attendance is up 45%. They're now averaging 9,870 fans per event. That's including house shows.
Here's my question out of all of that. How many shows are they doing a year now?
They're on the road every weekend.
Yeah,
they're
but
probably not as
they were doing 5 shows a weekend for years.
You know what?
You know what I mean? Nowadays, I don't think they're doing that many anymore.
Let me actually.
I'm pulling. As you're saying
ahead.
that.
I was just gonna go up because I think they're still doing at least two a weekend. At
so
least 2.
Let's. I'm going to quickly run through like this weekend is a good example. So they've got they've got SmackDown. I'm going to do the weekend of the 25th because I have the data here. So SmackDown on Friday. Then they have those are band shows. Oh, fuck. Then they have a super show on the 27th, and then they have Raw. That's it. The next week, it's just SmackDown, Raw. SmackDown, Saturday night main event in Uniondale. Have they even announced that?
That's what they're calling. No, that's what they're calling their Saturday night shows now.
Yeah,
okay.
So Sunday shows are Sunday Stunner.
Stunner. Okay. So September 9th and 10th, there's 2 house shows. But yeah, most of them they're not going out as much as they were. So if you're not saturating your own market by doing 5 shows a weekend, it makes sense that the attendance is up. So,
but their revenue from those live events are also up.
Yeah, because they can charge more because they're not coming around as often.
So they're doing good business is the point.
I'm not saying they're not.
Why run? I remember we had a conversation. We talked about the 5 shows and they were averaging 2,000 fans.
Yeah, they were.
Now they're doing less shows, but I also think Bloodline storyline.
People are still fatigued from COVID.
And that's another thing too. COVID being over, but with the economy being as bad as it is, this is the weirdest thing to say. It's like the best time to have a bad economy because we're coming off a pandemic where people want to do stuff, even though they don't have the money to do it.
Well, here's the thing.
And people are spending money on concerts, movies. I'm going on a big trip here in a couple weeks to see this fat fuck and a fucking Mark.
I just want to point out, though, here's something that I really think is important. How much is an average ticket? You know, like not like ringside ticket to these house shows. Do you have an idea? Chip?
No.
Ryan? Do you have an idea?
I haven't really checked lately.
$15 to $20.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're like, and these are ones that are like 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. They're selling for $20. So I can't even get to an indie show for $20 now. Because most of the indie shows are doing $25. Maybe $20 if you're doing pre-sale. But
yeah, I looked up tickets for Payback. The cheapest I can find is like $45.
But that's a pay-per-view. I'm talking live shows.
But $45 for a pay-per-view is still cheaper than what we paid for the Great American Bash, our first show we ever, our first pay-per-view.
100% yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Fastlane in India is a little different. The cheapest was $90, but
right. But the point, I think you're making my point for me in the fact that
you are. I am. Yep.
You can get, husband, wife, 2 kids to a show of WWE quality for under $100. And that's going to keep attendance up. Once you start seeing those go back up to $60, $70 for house shows and Raws, then it's going to be a little bit different.
So they realize what they can charge per ticket without losing it. They have a hot storyline. They're running less shows and COVID.
Yeah,
it's good business.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's what it is.
I don't think that it's, and this is where I wish we had like, what's his face on, Brandon Thurston, because Brandon Thurston would be a very good light into WWE's business model and stuff like that, because he's very good at figuring out the business of wrestling. But yeah, it's just I think they're doing just fine. They're
just setting revenue records every quarter.
It's fine.
They're just doing okay.
They're just hanging on by a thread. AEW's got them, dead to rights. Otherwise, it's fine.
Okay, fucking Mark. Yeah, I got fucking somebody on the, of course, on the internet. One of these pages going like, "Oh, WWE gonna get 60,000 fans into a stadium that hosts 80, but here's AEW doing 80,000 arena." And I went, "Yeah, WWE is gonna make more money on those 60,000 people than AEW on those 80."
Very true.
Attendance on their own.
For the event, attendance, sponsorship deals.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have that dead to rights.
Dead to rights. It's not. Yeah. I'm not saying on ticket sales. I'm saying on everything.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
They're making more money.
Here's the thing. You can sit here and pick whatever factoid you want to use to show that one's doing better than the other. It doesn't matter.
I was just saying that. Yeah, AEW sold more tickets, but WWE's making more money, and that's the important part about it.
What are we doing here if we're not making money?
Exactly. And AEW is not losing money on the show at all.
Right.
Don't get me wrong on that. They're making
there's a comparison that's
hand over fist.
Here's the problem with all of it is that we're making comparisons when it's really apples to oranges in this respect, because obviously AEW doesn't have the sponsorships that WWE does. WWE's been around many years longer, and they have the people to know what's going on at a very high level from a worldwide economy standpoint, from a worldwide, traveling, a traveling show. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's wrestling, circus, whatever. You have the brightest minds in this type of business working for WWE from a financial standpoint. Obviously, they're going to know what to do left, right, and center. You have a company that's been around for 4 years that's made up by, forgive me, a money mark, and a bunch of indie guys that know how to do small venue stuff. Trying to run a huge billion-dollar company.
They'll get there.
They'll get there. They'll definitely get there. But right now, just take the wins as they are.
Talk about tribalism.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. WWE stock closed today at $105.62.
Motherfucker. I sold my stock at $17.
Sure did.
Why?
Also in that earnings,
I needed the $50.
Oh.
It was a hard time. How do you think I got to WrestleMania?
Hard times, baby, hard times.
WrestleMania 29.
A search warrant and federal subpoena was served to Vince McMahon. No charges have been filed. WWE is cooperating in the investigation, but they're not going to say what it's for.
No shit, Sherlock.
People are assuming it's over the hush money and stuff.
I disagree.
I think it's over the sale.
I think it has nothing to do with Vince McMahon directly. I think it's a subpoena based off of something else completely unrelated.
Elaborate.
Trump.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything else.
I get it.
I think it has nothing to do with him.
Nope.
Well, directly.
And WrestleMania generated $215 million for Los Angeles. And this is why cities bid for WrestleMania.
No shit, right? Oh, I'm surprised you didn't bring up the other piece of that. That technically Vince was also out completely on.
Spinal surgery.
Yeah. So the whole bullshit about Vince was in charge since X day or something wasn't really true.
So you're saying
Some
that
bullshit.
Meltzer lied.
You mean to tell me I set you up so you could say fuck Dave Meltzer lied and you didn't say it?
Well, fuck Dave Meltzer.
No. Fuck you, first of all. The one time I get... Yeah, he calls me out for not doing the bit. And then the one time I set him up for his bit, he doesn't do it.
I gotta no sell you. You're sleazy. Come on, that's the gimmick. Okay. You say stupid shit, I no sell you. I say smart shit, you laugh.
But you didn't. You didn't no sell me. You just did the normal thing.
Adrian Street passed away.
Oh yeah. That was terrible.
Yeah, 82 years old. Just
somebody else died.
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman did. Yeah, thank you. Kind of not wrestling related, but he did show up a few times in wrestling.
Hey, he's a Slammy Award winner, just like Ryan.
He is a Slammy Award winner. So,
Big E said that doctors have told him to never wrestle again.
I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. You know what I hope he does is manage, because he would be a great manager. Said the guy who was a manager for too
long. Cool. More sad news. Mongo McMichael's in the ICU with sepsis and pneumonia. He's also battling ALS.
I was shocked that we didn't go on air saying that he died. Honestly, what he's got going on right now is not good for him, and
no.
All I can say is I hope for the best for him, but it's kind of empty, honestly.
Yeah. Pac is injured. No word on what the injury is, but AEW released something saying that he's injured. Could be at work, could be not.
Was he bumping on glass anytime soon recently?
The Elite re-signed with AEW.
We got that directly from the source.
We did. Sleazy opened up his mouth and Tony Khan came in it. Speaking
salty,
of that,
but also very
allegedly,
caffeinated.
Allegedly.
There's no allegedly on that. Sleazy sucked his dick. There's no allegedly on that. I mean, allegedly Tony Khan used Sleazy's dick for a thumbnail to snort cocaine off of. Allegedly. But we also got proof on that. Allegedly.
Thank you.
All In is to start at, thank God, 1 p.m. Eastern.
That's a Saturday, right?
Sunday.
No, it's a Sunday.
Oh, is it Sunday? Okay.
Yep.
Sunday's better than Saturday, in my opinion, but.
And to make Sleazy, we talked about coming. Kairi Sane reportedly has re-signed with WWE. Now, I don't know if Sleazy's going to come to that news or not, because he loves watching Kairi with other Asians, so I'm not sure.
Okay, so
feel about that.
let me start by saying this. I think the rumor is based off of what she had put out yesterday, that she was going to do a press conference. I don't think it's going to be that. I have a hard time believing she re-signed with WWE. But if she does, wonderful, because they're going to need another Asian, because Asuka's on her way out. She's building a house in Kansai, and she's shipping all of her games and shit over there.
Gesundheit.
Wow. Fuck you too. But she's basically working her way to moving back to Japan. So I wouldn't be surprised that after her contract ends, she's done. And I would like to see Kyrie back in a WWE at least one more time before she completely calls it quits.
Against Nia Jax. Ha ha!
On that terrible disappointment.
Paper toss.
Cool.
Woo, paper toss.
Ryan, put yourself over.
Ron Barkach on Twitter and Reddit. That's all.
That's
Bye.
it?
Working crazy. No Reddit quote. In 2 weeks, I'll have 2 Reddit quotes.
I'm holding you to that, fucker.
Okay.
Holding you to that for many different reasons.
In
Chip,
2
put yourself
weeks,
over.
we won't be here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, we won't be on air. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I still haven't figured it out. Chip, put yourself over.
You can find me and Fat Man on the Best Darn Sports Show period 2 on this Wednesday at 8 p.m. I forget what time. I'll be at 8:15. I'll be in because I have to close my last week at the job. I have closed every day. Go and figure. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter, Mark, or TWS_Mark with 4 A's.
Should be 8. Yo, does that mean that when I come down there, I'm actually going to see your ass?
Yeah, I go to daytime on my new job, 7 to 3:30, Monday through Friday.
Okay, sweet. We'll have to talk more about that.
Yeah, we do.
Good?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
I'm at
That's my
TWS
point.
Sleazy.
TWS Fat Man.
And we are Sleazy Fat Man on... Okay.
Everything.
You can't say Twitter anymore.
What
It's
the...
not-
X?
Sleazy,
Fucking
it's your social media site.
It isn't for so many different reasons. On X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. When we started this, it was like on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That was it. Now we're doing
When we
Threads
started this, it was YouTube,
MySpace,
and MySpace. Yeah, it was MySpace. I did post on MySpace.
MyFace.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. I was manually hosting the files for our podcast for years. But yeah, please go on over there. Give us a like on all of our social media platforms. Videos you can find on twitch.tv/SeasonFatman, youtube.com/SeasonFatman, and premium videos on onlyfans.com/The Wrestling Show. You can find all sorts of content on thewrestlingshow.com, including our merch and a ton of other cool stuff. You can get this podcast every Saturday morning, wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean. Don't hesitate to rate us on your favorite platform. Click automatic downloads. Really helps us out. Every Sunday night at 8 p.m., we go live on the aforementioned Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Live, and X. So check us out there if you're listening to us on our normal podcast episodes. So with thanks to Ryan, even though he fucked off, thank you to Chip, and for Sleazy.
For the Fat Man.
This is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Tony Khan and his coke habit. Allegedly, not allegedly. Hot dog's not a sandwich. A sub is not a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich. And I have no clue what how we're doing next week. And then I have no clue how we're doing in 2 weeks because Sleazy and I will be at Multiverse United 2 in Philly.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The blood shedding your name. When there's nothing to gain.